But the default grid template will give you a lot of that alignment for free. So we've talked about, like, we don't have Chrome anymore, and we talked about this alignment, right? So here's what I was talking about aligning to a grid. We have consistent spacing for this header, and all of the stuff lines up, right? And as I was saying, you'll see this in almost every app. Every app that's designed properly, as you're flipping through them, when you launch them, the header's in the same place, the content's aligned to the same place. And it's intentional. As I said, there's people who are going to be holding this with their thumbs. There's certain areas of the screen that you don't necessarily want them to accidentally tap, so that's why there's a little padding on the left. And like I said, everything's just consistently spaced out. Headers will align across apps, and the content will always start at the same place. So it provides consistency, and users will feel more confident as they move around app to app. So like I said, you get this for free, right? If you start with the default template for the grid, bingo, right? You're already aligned. So what I meant by making it yours, I don't want to see every app on the store look like this, because that's boring, right? It's dark, it's drab, it's gray. So liven it, add images, add content, make it yours, but start here if you don't want to get the alignment on. So what are some of these values? So say you're rolling your own, right? The left margin's 120 pixels. The page title's got a baseline at 100, and the content area starts at 140. Like I said, just use the template, you'll get that, but that will get you started off in the right set. I want to stress that grids don't limit the design. It just helps create a balance and consistency across apps. So you can break it sometimes, but I would say be careful. And I would let your designer find a designer if you're not comfortable talking about pixel positioning and these sorts of things. But feel free to be creative. And again, the way this is set up, the way this app is set up, is to scroll horizontally, and that's the recommendation for your app, is to scroll horizontally. So you'll see normally some content sticking out on the right, and you want that, right? You want the last group to be showing so that the user knows that they can scroll. Here's one silhouette, right? This is kind of a different silhouette, but it follows the same pattern. We're still starting the content at the right places, but these are all valid styles, right? They all fit within the Windows 8 silhouette. So that's layout. Layout's pretty important. Interactions, that was another point where we used Chrome to do things, and we don't want to do that. We want to actually integrate the commands into the content. So basically, we have different ways of adding these things. So I would say the primary way that we do that is kind of, right, instead of having these buttons here, right, what is that button telling me? What is that arrow button telling me? It's telling me when I tap it, it's going to go to that category. I don't know about you, but that's really not adding a whole lot of value. I can just tap the thing. People are going to expect to do that. They've been tapping on tiles the whole way since they started using Windows 8. So just, you can take some of that stuff away. That's Chrome that we don't need. All right, so another thing that we have here